Now I'm thinking that if everybody of every ethnicity did this, they didn't look at someone and see their outside. They just saw a form of a human or a man, woman, just the form. Don't look at anything else that you don't like. That's what I pretty much try to do. Because I don't want to hate anyone because of their ethnicity. They're different. I don't want to dislike them, nothing. I see them in human form. Another person, another human, another earthling. If everyone did that, instead of listening to the politicians, listening to the media, and start listening to each other, being nice to each other, just doing it, just to see what reaction you get without looking for a reaction you don't like and then turning it into a negative. Just see their reaction. And we all stop listening to them. Because they're the ones that's got all the different ethnicities hating each other. They're the ones spitting into your ear to go into your mind to get you to hate someone else because of the way they look. It ain't even about color. I mean, color's a look. You look at something that you can see, a color, a form, a being, an entity, an object. They got everybody in this world. Oh, you gotta, the white people hate you, they all wanna hurt you, hang you, have you as slaves, whatever. Do you hear that from outside of the media and politicians? When you walk around, you go in these grocery stores, what's really going on, instead of just looking at what you see that you've been programmed, indoctrinated to think, to hate by the media, the movies, TV, and the politicians. And then the social media where you see someone else acting a certain way towards someone because they just gave a certain look or whatever, and they're just assuming whatever that look they're getting, what it is. Assuming, thinking of what it is, not knowing for sure. And instead of finding out, hey, what's going on, and seeing if they disrespect you in some way, then you'll know the truth. They don't want everybody going out and start talking to each other and associating with each other like everybody did in the 60s and the 70s to the 80s. And then it was because you've been indoctrinated, trained, programmed, taught things, ways to act towards others because of this, because of that. Something in the past. We can't bring it back. You would have to look to the government to bring that back. Not us. Who's in control of your mind? That goes for frauditors, everybody. Who's in your mind? Who's gotten you to start doing something that you've never done out of hate? States plain and clear in the Bible, you hate thy brother, you hate me, thy father. And not those plain and clear words, but, I mean, you hate another human that is your brother, your sister, then you are hating your Father, the God, who created you and your brother and sister. Don't say in there what race. Jews, blacks, whites, Spanish, Asians. Don't give anything like that. Read the Bible. Read what's there. And then go, oh, this don't say that, and that don't say this, and well, that says this, and this says that, and I've got it all wrong because of what someone else put in your head that you allowed in your ear to be put in your head, because you decide I'm gonna believe it, and I'm gonna, without question. That's what all the authority wants, so they can exist. I guarantee you, nobody went out there, what they call gangbanging and all this stuff. Everybody just stopped with all the negativity. And you start thinking and go, that's something negative. That's negative. I gotta stop thinking like that until I get the reaction that is negative, and then it's only what I'm to think of that one that gave it to me. Not abroad, not everyone, like they want you to do. And that's what they hate. That's what they fear. The biggest fear they have is all of us. Stop being negative. Start being positive. Oh, you're this away, and it's something negative towards me, and I ain't going to associate with you no more. Bye. Bye. Have a nice day. And move along. And then we don't need the cops. If you think about it. And also, if everybody has an arm, Second Amendment says arms, not anything else. Fire is not in there for firearms. Weapons is not in there. Separate meanings, handguns, rifles, that's not in there. Bows and arrows not in there. Because it's mentioning everything that can be used as a weapon, an arm. An arm. You arm yourself. You're going to defend yourself from somebody. You got to use something. So anything that's an object that can or produce harm upon someone, even death, is an arm. It don't matter. They would have to ban ashtrays. You can pick it up. You can grab it like this, and you have the bottom of it, and you can slam them against the side of somebody's head. Arms. Don't matter what it is. They can't separate something and say, well, it's a gun, we're going to make guns, we're going to ban guns. No, it's an arm. No law made against arms shall not be infringed. You can't turn this to a deadly weapon just because somebody used it in self-defense that caused death or near death. It's an arm for defense. You got to have evidence from the one who was damaged before you claim the innocent one that says, I defended myself, and then go, well, we decide if you defended yourself or not. You don't. You have no say-so. Your words don't matter to us. You're our slave. You're our servant. And you're here to serve us and to prove your side. No. In law, they are to prove their side. The plaintiff is to prove their side. And the defense just puts up, backs their side, proves their right. Evidence. Where's the evidence? Because they got to have all the evidence when they start making the claims for it to be true. In fact, they don't have it. They don't have no evidence that says, actually, before they decide to make those laws out of what they want to think and believe, that you can't travel in your private vehicle, your private property. Oh, we're going to call it a motor vehicle instead of it being attached to the Fourth Amendment property. Affects the right to property and the right to the protections of that property from everybody. Person. They're a person. Okay, what's the definition for him as a person and what's the definition for me as a person? If you're going to use the word person, USC, in USC it states plain and clear what a person is. They claim a corporation as a person. So any person or persons that violate somebody's civil rights, these corporate policy enforcers, rule enforcers, are persons, corporations, violating our civil rights because they work for corporations that makes them part of the corporation. A corporation, a person. Walmart's a person, a corporation. Taco Bell's a person, a corporation. You look at that's a person. It's in their USC definitions of what a person is. What's the definition of a person in USC? If I had a computer and I had at least the computer, because I could put everything I get on my phone in a tower, on a computer in the tower, so I can see it on a computer screen. And then I could show you the links. I have to say, look it up, Frauded Wrangler. Look it up. I would show you, but I have to say, look it up. Because you can. But y'all rather be stupid and not look it up and be proven you're wrong. You can't be proven wrong. Narcissists, sociopaths, sadists cannot be proven wrong. That what they do ain't wrong. They just see it as it's right. And that's what they're going to stick with like a pessimist. It's one way. I'm only going to see it one way. I'm only going to do something one way. I'm only going to act one way. My brother could change. He's in prison a few times. This time longer than before. 3 years. And he's getting the full brunt of it now. Of what it's like in other prisons. And he don't like it. Because they're getting worse in there. Because they're not there to protect us. We're here to be their chattel. Look up the legal definition of chattel. That's what you are, Frauded Wrangler. Kafar, Van Balian. You're chattel, and you love it. You all take care. Bye, everyone.